Hello, good night, good night. Welcome to Mystic Sensation Live. Happy Wednesday. Thank you to those who are in television land. Thank you to those who are our silent supporters. Really appreciate each and everyone. Welcome to those who are in the chat. Tonight's topic is JLP Gross Mismanagement. But before we go into tonight's discussion, guys, remember to thumbs up the live as you come in. Share us out if you can. And if you're new to the channel, please show us some support by subscribing. Let me say condolences to those who lost their lives recently in a motor vehicle accident. Two students who were on a bike collided with a vehicle and lost their lives. Our condolences to everyone involved in that accident, especially to the family of those students, the school body, and also their community, and to everyone who has suffered in any way, shape, or form throughout these couple of days in terms of the disaster and whatever else is happening around. We are with you in prayers and in spirit. So change is coming. So we just need to hold fast. And when the time comes, we make the decision that we need to make. And that's why we're here, trying to enlighten persons so that on the day when we need to go and cast our votes at the ballot, then we can make informed decisions. So I'm going to welcome those in the chat, and to all our new subscribers. Thank you so much for your support, and to those who have been with us from day one on the journey, thank you. Who joined us halfway through, thank you. And who recently joined us, welcome and thank you. All right, so Truck Life, welcome, happy Wednesday. I have to get used to saying this Wednesday tonight. Happy Wednesday. Darren, welcome. Miss Yvonne, welcome. Saying good night to you both and to each and everyone in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Miss Yvonne. Welcome. AG Barnes saying blessings to all. Welcome, AG. Happy Wednesday. Laris, welcome. Charmin, welcome. No, Charmin, we just decided to do an extra because we've been asked so many times throughout the past since we started. So we're just trying to see if we can pop up once in a while outside of Fridays. So this is a test tonight, but it will not definitely be on a Wednesday. It's whenever we can, but it was more convenient for this week for today. So this is just a test run. So we are going to be on Fridays as usual. Fridays is not going to change. Okay, Larry says we just have to keep giving God for the change and go out and do what we need to do. Yes. Welcome, Dwayne. Happy Friday, happy Wednesday, Junior. Welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so no further delays. I am going to hand over to Byron.
All right. Thank you, honey. Always, for your excellent precursor there. Well, my wonderful, ardent listeners as usual. But let me just say this. As my wife just said that this Wednesday is really test Wednesday, but Friday, right? As always, Friday is our prime time. And so then we'll be coming on this Friday. But we are testing right where we can, expand ourselves as it relates to covered information, might be during the middle of the week, and still grasp on the information during the weekend, right? And as we see that we are gearing up for general local government election, right? We want to, coming out more, right? Helping people to, decide on, the way forward as it relates to general election. Last week, I said, as it relates to the illicit six that we are dealing with, that has to be a primary concern for all Jamaicans, And, you know, we have to drive the essence in telling the government that, look, we are not going to go to the poll, right, and vote for members of parliament, right, who definitely under the microscope of illicit enrichment. That makes no sense. Because if you're going to put members of parliament there, right, to representing us, and obviously they are representing themselves as it relates to pilfering from our treasury, there is no need to vote for those. And I am telling people right now to ensure that we vote PNP. I'm coming plain with that, right, in sending a message. Because if the Jamaica Labour Party believe that they can swing out and run out and delay and utilize tactics, right, and obey laws conveniently, right, and use all sort of, you know, trickery in the book to outlive, right, delayed. This situation cannot be outlived, right? And it doesn't make sense for the government to utilize any delay tactics. We have 6 members of parliament. It is just plain and simple. We, the voters, are saying to the government, checks and balance and transparency. We have 6 members of parliament that we, the public, right, who are paying politicians, and particularly how they decided to take 200% raise. So you couldn't be wanting to take 200% raise and in the same time, right, stealing our money, right, based on allegation. So we want to have a clear sight of transparency pertaining to this allegation. You know, I had a reason, you know, a nice conversation with, you know, one of our artists, Maki Conscious. And we were talking about, you know, the political history as how it affects Jamaica. Wonderful reasoning. And one of the things that drew me to Maki was one of his music that he had done as it relates to the lyrical potent. And when I listened to the lyrical potent, I had was to call Maki Conscious, right? And I spoke with him. And I want to share his lyrics, right? His music pertaining to a little political history. Tonight we are going to be blazing. Now, some time ago, right, I said as it relates to the Dan Anderson poll, let me say this to all Jamaicans, both locally and in the diaspora, that when Dan Anderson came out with PNP, you know, leading by 3%, 5%, you know, margin of error, I can say to Dan Anderson that, listen, me, you have to wheel and come again, because People's National Party energy is blazing. Is blazing. I have done extra work. I have been monitoring, right, all the rallies versus PNP rally versus JLP rallies. And not only that, you all know that I have visited Jamaica and I have been to places, you understand, do my little screening and realize, and in some areas that I have been to, right, as it relates to those are dieted areas, and having conversation with 1 and 2 people. I mean, look, let me tell you something. JLP, you are out. You are out. You are out. The only reason why you are still there is because you don't have the election as yet. But trust me, you are out, clear and clean. And the longer you stay, I am warning and keep warning. And you're going to live to see what I am saying is 100% true. The longer you stay to call the election, you are going to dip worse in the poll. Now, I have seen, you see, Andrew, let me say this to you, plain. People lies that you told. People deceit finally catching up on you. Finally catching up on you. Now, we have seen that coming Christmas, and let me say this to people so that people can understand, Jamaican people can understand. In a political festive season going into a local government election, one of the news that the governing party wouldn't want to hear, because that is a news that is not going to do good as it relates to their political strategy. And so then we know very well that guess what? The lies are catching up on him. And because the lies are catching up on him, he cannot do anything. And let me give you one evidence. Now, coming this Christmas, just imagine, people, in spite of the inflation that Jamaican people are facing, in spite of the hardship that they are currently facing, the news that shattered Jamaicans today is to know that coming Christmas, food price is going to be increased. Now you tell me, as it relates to all of your political strategies, this is something that you cannot control because you have lied to the people. And obviously, it is not only Christmas that is going to hit the people, which you're still not telling the truth. The inflation that is going to come. And one of the things, let me tell the people where Jamaican people are going to see more inflation. The switch that you switch from Venezuela, follow the United States of America, and switch from Venezuela, and now United States and Venezuela, right, close back in ties and leave you out in the cold. Just imagine. Just imagine Jamaica economy. How can you side with, look, America can do anything what they want to do because America is a powerful economy. Jamaica has that power, like what United States has, to follow United States and technically place an embargo on people. Because you follow United States, and basically, as what I showed, the evidence that I showed, that you're not purchasing much oil from Venezuela, and might be United States will be the new dealer, indirectly supporting United States to boycott Venezuela. Now the people, now you see where inflation is coming. Don't bother sweet mouth the people them, and that's why I have to come back out Wednesday. You know? I have to come today to come tell the people them. The more inflation coming. Don't bother come sweet mouth the people and come talk about bus fare is going to decrease. Master, go away with that. You can go away with that. Bus fare is going to decrease. Bus fare is going to decrease. While you are not saying to the people, right, we have it out there that you cannot stop it. You cannot stop it because of your rotten policies, your fool policies, right? Food price is going to increase, and it is not only for December. The truth be told, people, Jamaican people, it is not going to be only December, right? And so then, and Sir Randy Bless said that's vote buying. Exactly, that's vote buying. But let me tell you something. Regardless of the tactics you want to use and all of that, the people them know you, Andrew. The people them know you. Your clerks cannot work. The vote buying cannot work. And so then before we get into the heat of the matter, you understand? Me let go to the people Maki conscious. And we get into the business of the day. But people, I want you to listen to this song as it relates to Maki conscious. Maki conscious anyway, they big up yourself for boss. All right, and trust me, the lyrical potent, solid. So my ardent listeners, tune in as it relates to Maki conscious.
Guys, please listen to the words. Listen to what he's saying. One sec, guys. I did not share it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's just do that. Sorry about that.
Got to rebel, my conscious again.
Before you have a government, you must have the people. Without the people, there can be no government. The government must be therefore an expression of the will of the people.
This is a warning. The people are waiting for a brighter future, but the wait keep going on and on. The bright leaders are working, yet things are worsening. I am sure you know the cause. Yeah, the same set of people cause the problem. Or them same one get the job for solve them. The same set of people will lead you. Or them same one not deceive you. The same set of people to protect you. Or them same one not reject you. So how them expect we fi sit and look like we don't know what's going on? Well, we have to rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. Got to rebel. Rebel, rebel, rebel. Got to rebel. Rebel, rebel, rebel. Got to rebel. Rebel, rebel, rebel. Hey. The clock is ticking, and we are still waiting to reward every man who work his pay. Whatever that is. Payday, payday. The big brain's still working. They're also champagning, but they don't know what we know. Yes, the small man is talking, but they are not listening. This is a warning. Just because they thought they know it all. Let me tell ya. Cause if the same set of people cause the problem, or them same one got the job for solve them, the same set of people will lead you, or them same one not deceive you. The same set of people to protect you, But them same one reject you. So no longer shall we sit and wait and we know what's going on. We got to rebel. Got to rebel. Got to rebel. We have to rebel. Yeah.
Government is not infallible. Government is only an executive control, a centralized authority for the purpose of expressing the will of the people. Words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Yeah. The people are waiting. They wait for a brighter future.
For a brighter future.
We'll keep going on and on. Yes. The bright leaders still working. Yes, things are worsening. No longer can we sit and watch it so. No. Hey. The same set of people cause the problem. Or them same one got the job for solve them. The same set of people will lead you. Or them same one not deceive you. The same set of people to protect ya. Or them round here are
There.
All right. As it relates to Maki conscious, right, we elect them for them to represent us. But obviously, as it relates to this government, right, failed us miserably. And so then I want to explain something to Jamaican people why the election is critically important. As it relates to the constitutional laws of Jamaica, only two ways that a prime minister can demit office. Two ways, only two ways. One is what we call a vote of no confidence. How this happens is that the majority members of parliament would have to vote against the prime minister as it relates to no confidence. And so then, that is one of the ways that he would demit office. We know for sure that that will never, ever happen. One of the reasons why that will never happen, simply because the Jamaica Labour Party has the majority in Parliament. 49 members for the Jamaica Labour Party, 14 members for the People's National Party, and the Jamaica Labour Party members of Parliament will never, ever utilize a vote of confidence against this Prime Minister, particularly as it relates to the allegation of corruption. And if they are involved, they want to protect themselves. And in so doing, protect the Prime Minister. And so then, a vote of no confidence will never utilize by the Jamaica Labour Party. So we got that out of the way. The second thing is what we have as our greatest weapon: the right to vote. The right to vote. And so because we have the right to vote, we, the people, properly speaking, we are going to elect a new Prime Minister. We are going to employ a new Prime Minister because we are their employers. We have, per Constitution, every 5 years, right, to put in office, put in government, a Prime Minister that we deem trustworthy. based on the allegations of corruption, nepotism, cronyism, and skullduggery, and the lack of transparency as it relates to this government, muzzle the Integrity Commission as it relates to section 53 of the Integrity Commission Act, subsection 3, and by so doing, in terms of muzzling the Integrity Commission, also blind the people of Jamaica. The Integrity Commission, what I want people to understand, people to aware. The rails of justice that keep checks and balance on the government, created, sourced by, generated by Mark Goley, created by Mark Goley, because Mark Golden realized that checks and balance needed. The deceiving prime minister that we have, right, spoke about term limit. He drifted away from it. Agreed as it relates to the Integrity Commission Act, and as it relates to a giant agreement between the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party, they put in the Integrity Commission Act. Now what we are seeing, Jamaica Labour Party want to destroy it for the obvious reason. But before we get into all of that, people, let me tell you something. Mark Golding touched in a St. James, and JLP seats says St. James not good again, because guess what? St. James are pulled towards Mark Golding. And so then he come up with him little foolishness, right? Try to use, right, the state of emergency, right, to slow down Mark Golding energy. But while he can do that in a while he can do that in a St. James for the period of time that he had done it for, we are going to re-energize St. James, because Mark Golding will be still traveling there. But people, trust me, St. Anne, it seems like St. James light the fire, right? So huge that guess what? It catch up a St. Anne. So St. Anne the burn as it relates to PNP support. Now, I can tell you, for me who following the politics from Wapia kill Philip, and that's a long time, you know. That's what we kill Philip got from years, that's a long time. If you lose St. James, right? Those 5 constituencies, you're done for. JLP, you're done for. And the way your whole St. Anne ablaze. Listen to me. People, I am predicting here that the landslide is going to be the biggest in Jamaica. So, look here. And you can do what you can do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Because St. Anne's the on fire. And we take a look at prep over Westmoreland. Look at prep over Westmoreland. Originally, you know, say, Westmoreland is PNP country. And so then, you won the last election, you need to understand that you won it by default. 63% of the Jamaican populace did not vote. And I can presume to you that more than 40% of those were original PNP. Those people, Mr. Andrew Holness, they are coming in back. They are returning for duty. Duty call. And they are returning. People, let me show you the evidence. Now, let me show you that sentence, energize, and the evidence what we are going to show, because we are going to show the Jamaica Labour Party, they go on with them thing in a sentence, and they get no love. No love. And we see the empty chairs, them, although they might try to hide the empty chair, them in it, you know. But people, you see, when they touch the PNP rally, no empty chair, no designer. Mark Golden has problem from outside to get in. Mark Golden have problem from outside to get in. And when him get in, it not pretty. So, I am not making up anything. I am going to make you see it for yourself. So first, I'm going to play the JLP clip. You understand? You know what, people, to be honest, I've seen some JLP clip where their meeting just start and people put it out. You know, in the gimmicks thing, you know, me in the reality thing, the facts thing. And so then I click the best of the JLP where the crowd, you understand, was at maximum. I've seen JLP clip when they, you know, I mean, when just a start and the crowd was at maximum. And I want to be fair to them. So I'm using their best crowd clip that is on TikTok. Anyone can go there and look. So this is their best crowd as it relates to the amount of people that was at their rally in Senton. Without any further ado, people, let me play it and make on a seat, because I said I use the best crowd clip. You understand? For us to see them.
Okay, guys, let's hold on a bit here.
All right, so wife is preparing to share it. And of course, I am telling you, I am so energized.
These Jamaica Labour Party supporters are from inside the constituency. The People's National Party carries supporters from concrete jungle to every meetings they go across the island. The Jamaica Labour Party does not do that.
All right, you know, we have to take that away, you know, because we not give them too much time on this platform, you know, right? We don't really give them too much time on this platform, right? So let us show the energy that building up, pumping up, thumping up. Boy, let me tell you something. Landslide is coming and coming soon. And who don't like it will have to fly to the moon. Landslide is coming. Oh, Mr. Omuni. And coming soon. Carlos, big up yourself, my boss. Look here, people. Jamaican Carlos, let me tell you something. One of the warrior, you know, one of the soldier. You understand? I'm a want. You understand? You know, support Carlos. You understand? Good youth. Real soldier. You understand? Good youth. Now, big up yourself, Daddy Carlos. So let me go on sing, you know, although I have the voice. Landslide is coming. And coming soon. Who don't like that must go to the moon. Landslide is coming. And coming soon. Who don't like that must go to the moon. So people, me don't want some people run up in my inbox, you know, on the rare blah blah blah, and I talk about, you understand me this, me that. Carry the evidence. If what I am saying, you understand that you have other facts. We are not talking about alternate facts. We are talking about facts. Anything what I say, from once you can disapprove it, I am someone who is going to respect your opinion. Trust me. Even if you come on our live, and let me say this for people who come on this live, right, and disturb any person over here, right, and my subscriber respond to them in a particular way, right, then my subscriber have the right to defend themselves. You know, I am saying that, right? So please, I invite everyone over here, providing that you can be orderly, be disciplined,
in your comments,
and be respectful in your comment. But if you come over here and you say anything, and my subscribers then respond to you accordingly, I am supporting my subscribers. Let me warn. Let me warn. Now, people, see the real energy here? So, honey, without any delay, put on the fire. Because the fire red. Fire red. Trust me. I wonder right now, I wonder if the PNP color go change from orange to red. Because it's red. Find it, honey. Where it is when Damien touched down.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now tell you, fire red. People, I want to talk the truth. I want to talk, I can't whisper, you know. I don't make them hear. I want to see no empty chair in there. Not one empty chair. And outside, Damien Crawford have problem to get in. Yes. Damien Crawford have problem to get in. Now, we are not just going to show that. We are going to show Damien Crawford a wonderful message. Because when it comes, when we talk about voting for a particular candidate, does that candidate has the policies, right, for us to move forward for nation building? So we know in no lele and no pasa. We are sure you say PNP full of policy. We are sure you say, and we are tell you say, there is no other member of parliament, you understand, who deal with legislation more than Mark Golden. So then guess what? We are a student. A student. Me don't know whether I come with them F and below F. But let me tell you something. Me don't know whether I come with them F grade and then below F grade, them F minus, them F plus or F minus. Me don't know whether I come with it, you know. when them say we are A student. Now, let us show you how Damian Crawford deal with policy and explain policy to people who don't have no policy. Yep, no, sorry. Remember, so them have pilfering policy. Pilfering policy and muzzling policy. Remember, so them have them policy. We have to give it to them people. Sorry, man. Sticky finger policies. They have sticky finger policies. We could give them that. All right. Let us show you. When we talk about policy to move the nation forward, common sense policy, policies that are attainable. Policies that are attainable. Common sense policies. Without any further ado, hit. Today Wednesday, no, this tonight to the name Fire Wednesday. All right.
So guys, again, welcome. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Wednesday. Oh my God. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining.
All right.
All right. So
Happy Wednesday. Come on Fire Wednesday. It's not normal.
Let me just share. That one.
Mic check. Before I start, I want to say a special good afternoon to the leader of the People's National Party.
This is Dave, head of marketing at a ketchup company, about to use Grammarly to handle a tight deadline.
Mark Holding, ex-Prime Minister of Germany. I want to also say a big respect to the General Secretary. I want to say thank you to the candidates that have stuck to the task, especially those who are going up for council in the local government election, despite the multiple postponements that has come up. You have indeed shown that you are willing to fight to the end of the people's national party. And I want to thank the party for putting together a slate of candidates for center that is above any that they can come with to compete or compare for. But I want to sing my own song. By the rivers of fire. As the wicked carry us away, require from us how can we see enough? Oh, I understand that, sir. So give me that one. Hold on, remember a little bit of that. The song says, the wicked carried us away in captivity and require a song, how can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? I put it to you that Jamaica, to me and to many of you, is now a strange land. I am not used to a Jamaica that a criminal will shoot into a car and kill children on their way from school to home. I am not used to a Jamaica that when I am at the stoplight, I see children begging at the time when school is keeping. And I am confused because my heart is saying, give it to them. And my brain is saying, don't encourage it. I'm not used to a Jamaica that when I see a car brought down on the roadside, my heart is saying, stop and help, and my brain is saying, set up. It is a strange land. I'm not used to a Jamaica where many kids round the back and everybody wants to be dance. And not only dance, but fully dance. I'm not used to that. So as far as I am concerned, I'm in a strange land because the community used to raise a child. Because the people used to be concerned for other people. Because we used to share dinner. But some of these young people cannot feel the negativity because they don't know when it was Zion. They're only used to Babylon. And so when I look at the system that don't have education for our children, that is Babylon. When I look at the reality that 41% who do PEP don't reach proficiency, that's Babylon. When I look at the reality that in our people now, people with 10 subjects can't afford university, and if you work at Chinaman wholesale, that is Babylon. When I look, I see our young men saying that they can sell a lie and make no attempt to sell the truth. That is Babylon. If you have the skill to sell a lie, what if you should try to sell the truth? What I want for the next election is for us to recognize that this is not enough, that we should be able to eat when we're hungry. How much people have to wait for cash back number for call with a 1 in 36 chance to eat?
Stay fresh like a Bosch with fridges that keep food fresh up to 3 times longer from Bosch.
That grimy film on your teeth.
Dr. G?
It's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities.
Unlike other toothpastes, Crest Pro Health's antibacterial fluoride fights bacteria for 12 hours.
It stops cavities before they start.
Crest.
In Babylon. And despite all of that, I see the JLP requiring from us another song. They say, don't give up on the JLP. I say, how can I sing the Lord's song? They said the PMP would be a mistake. I say, how can I sing the Lord's song? They said, give them Andrew again with the clocks. I say, how can I sing the Lord's song? Because what I am seeing now is not the Jamaican comfortable. What I'm seeing now is not the place that I'm satisfied to carry our children. What I'm seeing now cannot continue. This is a strange life. So I'm asking those who remember when Jamaica used to mean something. When being a Jamaican used to stand for some morality, some credibility, some values, to stand up once again in support of the people's nationality. I say to you, that I only have 2 things I ask Mark Bolin for. The first is that there should be 1 degree in every household. That the first in the family to go to the university should go for free, because that is how we're going to change this world. So when we go there, I want to say on behalf of Mark Bolin, who I ask for 1 of 2 things, that we will do our best to make sure that the first in every family goes to the university. The second thing I want is that there should be 1 meal for every child in school. How is it that they can go there and say that 32% of Jamaican children go to school hungry, not get hungry when they're at school, arrive at school hungry? How can a child learn when they don't eat? So I want 1 meal for every child in school. They're going to say they can't afford it, but they will give 3 meals to every man in prison. So they give 3 meals to every man in prison, but they cannot give 1 meal to every child in school. This is a joke. So we no longer on the little bit here and the little bit there. We want to carry a revolution of the man, a change to the people, and a concept that we deserve more than we are getting, because we are simply a man, but simply a man. I beg you to realize what's on the horizon. There is a party with a vision, and there is a party with a shoes. Do not be confused by the shoes.
Excuse me? Yes, we feel nice. Feel nice. Fire Wednesday. I see David slew Goliath. I see the giant came stumbling down. I see David slew Goliath, and we witness the giant crumbling down. But let me help Damian Crawford in terms of what he just said. We are in a strange land when those who we seek to protect us robbing from us. We are in strange land. We are in a strange land when the information to be given by the perpetrators of the evil we want to expose. And I am telling Juliet Owens to lift up his power and release the illicit six to us. We need to know them. We need to know our tax money spent. We need to have an understanding of transparency and good governance for the Jamaican people. We are in a strange land, when the person who we elect to lead us is the very same person cripple our education. The very same person, as it relates to allegations of corruption, the very same person joined SSL in 2008, because we don't forget SSL, because they want us to be silent. the very same person. Oh yes, we are in a strange land when we have the Prime Minister who joined SSL, leave SSL in 2021 with the primary culprit. Answer and hold it. With the primary culprit, Jean and Panther.
Good night. Hold a bit.
Jean and Panther, the Prime Minister. What did the Prime Minister know? Pre-inform to leave SSL. We are in a strange land when those things can happen. And indeed, we are in a strange land when the primary person in SSL, Jean and Pantan, said the CEO of SSL, the CEO of SSL encouraged me, influenced me to say what I said in a statement. And as we speak, you cross-screen has not been asked one single question. And so then, yes, we are in a strange land. How can we sing the almighty song in a strange land? Yes, strange to us. Capitalism is not good for us. And so then, let me just answer my wonderful caller. Yes, my caller, you're live on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, glad to join you. I didn't expect you this Wednesday night.
Yes.
But anyway,
yeah,
I heard that the integrity office deliver 4 individual reports to the parliament today. I don't know how true that is, you know. I just heard it somewhere.
Okay, so thank you, caller, for that. That is news to me as well, but we are going to query that.
Yeah.
And
sorry, they did today, but Baron just got home from work in time for the live, so he's not been able to peruse that. Somebody mentioned it in the chat, so I guess on Friday he will be able to address that.
Oh yes.
Better,
Okay.
it's just an impromptu live.
So I was wondering if they're going to hold on Pando's report and so on.
Okay, so what I will be what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that I seek that information, and of course, you understand, we in the diaspora, we are following it tooth to nail. So yes, we are on it. All right, Nerine, then it's all right. So yeah, so we're gonna follow it. So Friday, you understand, tune in on Friday, right? So we blaze some fire on it.
Yeah, one more thing before I go, I noticed the JLP them come out and then issue all sort of goodies now for the election. They're gonna make a lot of promise and issue a lot of things, you know, see. But as I see, it's just what they were planning. Save up everything until the election and then just start growing and shoot people again. But I don't think it's going to work.
No, it's not going to work. All of that, we just summarize it in terms of buying votes. That's what it equates to, right? Buying votes. And let me tell you something. If you notice now, they are talking about they are going to fix this and that. JLP, I want people to understand. And Carla, I'm glad for you to even speak about that. Now, if you notice, JLP is now speaking into the future tense. They are going to. Now, just imagine they have 7 years. 7 years. We want to hear JLP speaking in the past tense to say that, okay, we had achieved this. We had accomplished this. So then, JLP...
just can't say nothing about accomplishment.
Exactly.
It's just all about more promise, more promise, more promise.
So they can't direct us or give us information as to what they had accomplished as it relates to the past tense. Now they are talking about future tense. No, after being there 7 years going, no, we don't want to hear that.
It come like them never realize say two term they already served 2 term already. It just like said they think they're still in opposition. That they come into promise this and promise that and don't realize they have been in the government for the last almost 8 years. February coming make 8 years they're in power and they can show no achievement, none whatsoever. All they coming in those promises again.
Exactly.
I don't think that we're going to watch this time.
No, can't. We here on social media, we are going to ensure, right, that that cannot watch this time. Trust me, Carla. Trust me upon that. Right? Trust me upon that. All right. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
All right. Bless up, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. And so then, of course, as what Mr. Crawford said, we are in a strange land. But my people, we couldn't just give you the man Crawford and don't give you, right, our potential Prime Minister, Mark Golding. Yeah, man, the man at the helm. We have to give you the man at the helm. You understand? To show you that the man at the helm is solid as a rock. When the Prime Minister crumbled under Israel influence, Mark Golding strong and support humanity. That's what we are talking about. Strong leadership. You understand? Strong leadership. Yeah, Andrew Holness can strong with his lies and articulate him lies. Mark Golding, calm, collective, conscious, reasonable, measurable, powerful, and positive. So then, without any further ado, let us hear what Brother Mark has to say. All right. So then, honey, take us into that clip.
Okay, welcome. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Thank you so much for still being here. Let me just share the screen.
National Party. It brings me great joy to come to Brownstown tonight and to feel the vibes of the people, the energy of the people, standing firm and supporting their party, the People's National Party, in their tens and their hundreds and their thousands here at St. Louis tonight. When I arrived, the place come outside. They want to know everybody outside. I want to come inside and see the massive audience inside. You know what I'm saying? Time come. Time coming now. People are ready to change and they want to change. I feel good about the team that the People's National Party is putting forward. Here in St. Anne, to begin with, we have a nice mix. We have Keith Walford, who has done it before and made history. And we have Keith again, making history in Southwest. We have Brian Simpson, and they show the passion that he has for the people. And building a real legacy of change and improvement to the lives.
3-year-old Charlie leapt out of the truck window. His leg caught on the truck and he fell to the ground.
People give that social justice and economic development in Northeast. With some man like that, and he is here in Northwest, approved with his mind, his heart is with the people. He's there, day in, day out, doing the work to deliver a better constituency and a better life for you. Pick him up. And we have, in the great constituency of Southeast St. Anne, a brilliant young son of the soil, Dr. Kenneth Russell, a Harvard graduate, and he knew that he must bring things down to bring a better community, a better constituency for the people of Southeast St. Anne. And now, We have our divisional candidates, and I will call them out later to present them to you as well. But the team is ready. The team is talented. The team is committed. The team is balanced. And the team is walking forward resolutely to bring victory to the People's National Party in Zambia. And comrades, when I look on the platform and I see the quality of the national candidates who are here tonight, the talent, their capacity to express the hopes and dreams of the people, the aspirations of the people. And we hear Comrade Knight say, he looks at us and he knows he can trust us. We're not making promises to you that we don't intend to keep. And when we see the way the Jamaica Labour Party government is operating, where they cannot tell the people who are the 6 MPs that are under investigation for corruption. When the Speaker of the House puts up bogus reasons for changing the established convention of transparency for reports from the Auditor General and the Integrity Commission coming to Parliament and are made public immediately, there is no reason, no justification for changing what was a good system, a transparent system, in the interest of good governance and democracy, and the interest of the people of Jamaica. What have they got to hide? Comrade Julian, what have they got to hide? You said it, and I repeat it. When we hear Comrade Bunting, a man who delivered with much less resources, because at the time we were in government last time around, our primary mission was to save Jamaica from financial collapse. When the debt of the country was out of control, and we had to fix the macroeconomic situation of the country and set it on a path that it can sustain proper development for the people over time. And we had to make immense sacrifices, and the people of Jamaica had to make immense investment through their sacrifices. But yet, even with limited resources, the murder rate in the country was 25% lower every year than it has been since 2016 under the Labour Right. And the promise of being able to sleep with the windows and doors open was a lie. It was a false promise. We can't trust them. When I listen to Comrade Damian, I didn't tell you, the Jamaica we are living in now is a strange land. A land where day after day there are heinous crimes against women and children, not to mention men. A Jamaica where you can't trust what the leaders say because they don't practice what they preach.
If you live in Alberta and have more than $10,000 on credit cards, lines of credit, or personal loans,
and they do the things that are there to confound the people and to cover what is in the darkness and should come out the light. And he says he's looking forward to the policy of each family sending a child to university at the cost of the state, and each child in school having at least one meal a day at the cost of the state. Now I say to you, what could be a better investment of public resources than the education of our people, to make them more productive, to make them wiser, to make them more capable of building a life for themselves and their families than that. And I say, hear the man. So comrades, we don't want to live in a strange land. Jamaicans don't want to live in this strange land this government has created. We want a Jamaica where people can trust their leaders, where people lead with integrity, where the leaders lead with integrity and use the resources of the people, only for the people. We heard Nelson Martin sing the song about listening to scandals, scandal after scandal after scandal in the last 7 years. There is no way to trust this government. And half of the scandals have never come out to light. At least not yet.
again. We see them trying to dismantle the Integrity Commission that was established by the wisdom and foresight of the People's National Party when we were last in government. We conceptualized it, we designed it, we did the legislation, we brought it to Parliament. And because it is now starting to achieve its objectives, and I'm not saying they're perfect, and they must look into themselves and make sure that they operate in a fair manner in how they deal with everybody. But at the same time, they are starting to have an impact, and we're seeing the effects of it. And the JLP's response is to try to dismantle it, to try to hide the reports from the public. And we know we can't trust them. So comrades, this is a time to be very serious. We know we need, and they're going to come at us, and they're going to come at you, and they're going to come at the voting public of Jamaica with a whole bag of things to distract you and to try and persuade you to do the wrong thing. But I say to you, we don't want to live in a strange land any longer. Put your eggs beside the head so you can bring back Jamaica to a place where everybody is treated with respect. We are leaders who want the country with integrity and where there is a right to vote and future for you. Because the real issues facing us, the real problems that need proper policies so we can get national development are the priorities of your government, of the PNP government. I come to you in the tradition of Norman Washington Manley. I come to you in the tradition of Michael Joshua Manley. I come to you on the shoulders of Percival J. Patterson. I come to you on love and the unity of Portia, Lucretia, Cynthia. I come to you on the wisdom and foresight of Peter David Chase. I am Lord Jefferson Cooley. Come to you with a living picture, with a true sacrifice, so we can walk forward together out of this strange land and into the Zion of our country. Comrades, the word is love. Stand firm. Don't be distracted. Focus on the word of God. Remember the victory. Victory is next. Victory the people. Power to their people. Better Jamaica. The word is love. Love, love.
All right.
Before we go, I must conclude with an important part of the proceeding. And as I call the candidates today, I'm asking them to come and assemble in front of the stage, creating space for those who will come after. Same time now, Eastern.
Yes. Natural fire. That's what we talk about. Right? And so then we are happy, right, to feel that energy coming from St. James previously, then to St. Anne's, and anywhere that the party rally is going to be, that same energy will follow, right? Now, I want to show Jamaican people, because I'm going to expose something here as it relates to, and nothing strange to Jamaican people as it relates to, we all know that Andrew Holness is just quite a deceitful person, right? He talk about his one-bedroom house that he grew up in, and then at the next rally or campaign, right, it increased to two-bedroom house. Now, people, I'm not going to even speak about that. Now, recently we have, that tropical storm that hit Jamaica. And while I feel the pressure for our Jamaican people, the suffering, but it exposed the lie of Andrew Holness. And not only that, it exposed the lie of Andrew Holness, I want people to understand something. It exposed the wickedness the cruelty of what been happening to Jamaican people. We have billions of dollars being taken out and do all of these road project, and where the Prime Minister try to justify the amount of money being used in saying that he's putting huge culvert, solid drain system, so that those roads could serve us for lengthy period.
For many, many generations.
From many generations, according to what he said. I want Jamaica to understand how vicious and ruthless this one is. Vicious and ruthless. Without any further ado, I am going to play the clip for you to listen. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show Jamaican people something. That after we listen to this clip, I am going to go into history as it relates to 2 years and 4 years back, where we continue to have the same problem. And the Prime Minister said he's putting in culvert, he's putting in this, and he's putting in that. And you hear of billions of dollars. The ultimate wickedness. And so then what? You see, down to nature, down to the very nature, is beating on Joelness, exposing on Joelness' life. Down to nature is against him. This man is a political canarist. Andrew Holness simply, let me say this, people, have no care for Jamaican people. Imagine Andrew Holness, and I'm not going to bring his family in it, but I just want to point out something, that the preparation what Andrew is doing for his family, you don't think that ordinary Jamaicans want that preparation for their family? Now you have your son being a director, your sons being directors for companies. Now look here. We have nothing against progress and people reaching that milestone in a very honest way. But when, as it relates to allegation, and when certain things cannot be clarified, you see, the report that came out as it relates to, I think they are saying that 6 of the illicit 6 reduced to 4. I am going to peruse that report, and I hope, because any 2 that cut from that 6, let me say this, any 2 that cut from that 6, right, and having problem to clarify statutory declaration from 2021, Jamaica will have a problem with this. Yeah. I will not say anymore because I have not yet perused that information, because that information I was told came out today. But let me say this, we are watching. We are watching. So let me just leave it for now. You understand? Because I don't want to speak on something that I am ignorant. So let me just park that. So then, we are saying that your justification in terms of using billions of dollars to surface touch on roads, surface touch, but I'm going to show the Jamaican people, right, the history with that. I don't know. It is not now we are dealing with the large volume of water. So what we are going to do? Continue, you understand, using the National Work Agency, right, as a medium, you understand, to what? Use our money. It seems like it's a pilfering unit. Let me say that. It seems like it's a pilfering unit. Right? But let us all hear what the Prime Minister said as it relates to justifying the amount of money being utilized in doing the road construction that he had done, what he claimed that he had completed, and what we have seen now exposed to us. So without any further ado, let us look at that.
Again, happy Wednesday. Let me just play the...
When we have taken the decision to build roads, you see asphalt as the end of that decision. But I want you to pay close attention to what is underneath the asphalt. When we build roads, we put in water mains that are not just designed to treat with the population that exists now, but we are planning for populations to come. So we are investing in significantly large water mains and not using old materials. We are using materials that will last hundreds of years. We are putting in fiber optic cables. We are putting in other sensors in the roads. Where necessary and possible, we put in sewage. But if you look at the roads that we are building today, you will see massive civil infrastructure investment. If you look at the size of the culverts and drains that are there to control water and soil slippage, massive investments. These roads will last your lifetime and your children's lifetime and their children's lifetime and their children's lifetime. We build infrastructure to provide for the growth and development of our country.
Take away that paper. One thing when you come to Mystic Sensation break down things. And we are going to put the Prime Minister to test. Is the Prime Minister say all of that? You know? The Prime Minister said that he put in large water mains. You heard that? You heard that? Fiber optic cable. We heard that. Sewage. Massive civil infrastructure that will serve you more than 100 years. Kenan Montague contractors have removed the normal original drainage and storm drains and replaced it with roads. St. Thomas never had water storage. Water don't settle until now. First time. Okay, hold that there. Now, let us take the last point that the Prime Minister spoke about. Massive civil infrastructure that will serve us for lifetime. People, is Andrew Holness listening? Is Andrew Holness listening? Is this very same Andrew Holness that grew up into one-bedroom house on one campaign? It is the very same Andrew Holness that grew up in 2-bedrooms house on another campaign. It's the same Andrew Holness that said to us that massive civil infrastructure that will serve us for lifetime. Well, people, stand by. Let me show you it. without any further ado, let us play that clip. Now, what I am going to show you first, the first clip that I am going to show you, right, is an incident that happened 2 years back.
Okay.
So I'm not going to show you what recently happened. We are going to get there. I'm going to show you how this Prime Minister is cruel to the Jamaican people and continue to have his knees in the people's neck. Let us look on the flood 2 years back. Play it, honey.
A fight between man and nature. Firefighters in Montego Bay, St. James desperately attempt to rescue these soldiers trapped on Orange Street in Montego Bay Monday morning.
About 5 years now, yeah, man, when Gully did flood out, same time. Yeah, man, this water now move right now.
And even as the firefighters respond to this emergency minutes away, this boat was the only means of transportation for their colleagues at the Ironshore Fire Station. It's the peak of a morning of devastation after heavy rain pounded the western city for hours non-stop, leaving sections of the city underwater.
When me lay down like 10:30 by me want cupping. When I hear the cupping and by time, me if you look out, at the water lick off the door, come inside. When me look down there, so the water is there like pee-pee. The coach start float like a canoe board. I couldn't do nothing. I tried to rescue myself.
So what did you do?
Jump out.
You run out of the house?
Yes, when me I come out, the water lick me to the house side. Lick me. Me climb on chain link fence, that is my neighbor fence. I'm a ball for help.
Businesses were left at a standstill. Guests at this small hotel had their vacation cut short when the flood water rushed in.
We had to move all of our belongings out of the guest house where people were staying, but everyone's safe. That's all we're thankful for, and just hope that everybody else in the area is safe as well.
In other sections, newly built roads were reduced to rubble and drains were blocked by debris.
We also have a situation by the Unity Hall roadway in the vicinity of the Guava Walk community. There was significant washdown silt along that particular section which blocked the road. The team was mobilized to have the blocked roadways cleared.
State Minister in the local government ministry, Homer Davis, and other local authorities made a trek through the communities to assess the devastation.
But just looking, it will be a tidy sum to have these areas rehabilitated. Tidy sum. And so I will have to report to the Deputy Prime Minister and my minister also, because some of these roads are parochial roads.
But flooding in St. James is a perennial problem. Year after year, the drainage system in the city is tested and failed. 1963, 1993, 2017. But why is this happening over and over?
Today, we had an issue with the South Gully. The South Gully has two, what we call trash racks, two catch basins that take a lot of solid waste, and from going into the channel, these trash racks were solidly blocked.
According to communications manager at the National Works Agency, Stephen Shaw, the drainage system was simply overwhelmed.
We have managed to reopen the main road, which is the road from Montego Bay to Negril, and that from Montego Bay to Falmouth.
He explained that some roadways have since been cleared. Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
Okay. So people, 2 years back, we have maintenance issue and we have civil engineering issue. Now, is the same Prime Minister? The same Prime Minister who is talking about those large drain that is now installing, that is going to serve us beyond 100 years. And on me say, you hear him say it. We all heard him saying that. Now, let us brought forward to what recently transpired. Look here. Look here. It is not like they don't know the problem. It's not like they don't understand the issues. But these are outlets that the criminals can use to continue to bleed the treasury. I am saying it here tonight on this channel. These that you are seeing here are the outlets that continue to bleed our treasury. So then if you have this problem from God, he knows when. Years upon years upon years. And if you Google something 6 years as it relates to flooding in St. James, you see it. If you Google something 8 years as it relates to flooding in St. James, you see it. So then you tell me, where's the brain power? Where is the brain power? And so then all these outlets of corruption continue to maintain, to drain the treasury. So everybody can come and get a food off of it. Yeah, man. For this time around, yeah, this go cost 16 million. This go cost 17 million. But it is not going to be fixed. Because if you fix it, it will stop from becoming a bleeding outlet. This government needs to do better, and any government coming forward needs to do better. We need to aim to cure all the bleeding outlets that continue to bleed and drain our treasury. In extension, becomes inflation, feed into inflation, feed into inflation. Come on, we are not stupid anymore. People, wake up. It is not the primitive time that you continue to have those areas, not fixing them, but just putting surface paste on them. And the Prime Minister, but that is so cunning and so conniving, talking about what we see. We see Barbara Green at the end of the project. Eh? What we see a deceiver that using these outlets as a bleeding to soothe the pockets of corrupted politicians. That's why you all end up in the bangarang, someone involved in illicit enrichment. You cannot justify your wealth because your salary can't give you that, cannot provide you that. But these are the outlets, the bleeding outlets that continue to bleed our people. Kenan Montague, Stephen Shaw was told that the Morant to Steve Ford was not being done well, and he asked the residents when they were in the town hall meeting, he asked them if them are engineer. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, Jamaican people? We need to stand up for Jamaica and stand up for a political party. We are Jamaica first, and we must defend our rights. We must defend betterment, future for our generation, our children. So those who want, when Damian Crawford tell them about goats, that if you farm and deal with goats production will be able to make you be that person. Give you a profit. But you say no. You say no. The ready cash $2,000. The Roman jump up. People, let me tell you something. They know that they give you rum for you to jump up. So they can tell you that what they have done to you is to give you rum for you to jump up. That did not come out of the mouth of a People's National Party member. It came out of the mouth of a Jamaica Labour Party, and you still hanging on to them. The very same Jamaica Labour Party who tell you that all you need is rum and jump up and same time taking away the land from you. People, clear yourself. Bob Marley said it, none but ourselves shall free our mind. So then, let me move on and show you the corruption that is going on. So let us move into the next thing here, right? So then, after what happened now, let us look, because I showed you 2 years ago, let us get into what recently happened and watch the Prime Minister. Watch the Prime Minister.
All right, let me just share.
Okay.
In the, I don't think that one right in the content.
Steve Shaw, member of Parliament for Eastern and Western St. Thomas, among other dignitaries visiting affected area of Eastern St. Thomas. Actually, they did a flyover from St. Andrew and the western section of St. Thomas. Then they will be stopping by Bowling Grove, where the across the helicopter and traveled by vehicle or traveled by road the affected area on the eastern section of St. Thomas. So they land at the Bowling Grove sports complex in St. Thomas. St. Thomas was really damaged by this flood, this rain. Lots of flooding in areas, Bowling Grove, Port Myron, Wheelersfield, Dalvey, Leith Hall, Prospect, License, Trinity side, right to Cedar Valley. Lots of flooding and landslide happens in the parish of St. Thomas. So the Prime Minister decided that he was going to come and see exactly, get a first-hand experience of what took place. So he and his team visited the parish.
Okay, hold a bit. Hello. Good night.
Good night. Good night. I am living in George Street, Westmoreland. And one morning, I took a shower. And when I came out of the shower, I started to feel a pain on my left side. I was going to work, but I couldn't go to work that morning. And I called a taxi to take to Salomar.
Basically, there were 2 helicopters. So this one,
I started to vomit. And the taxi man took me to Savlamar Hospital.
Yes, we just want to hear what this caller is saying. So let me just stop in the video to give the caller listening ears. Go ahead, caller.
Yes. Did you hear me from? Did you hear me from the start?
No. So repeat. Thank you.
Okay. I I wake up one morning and I went into the bathroom, took a shower, and came back in the room, and I started to feel a pain on my left side. You know, so I called a taxi, and the taxi man took me to Salamar Hospital. The pain was so severe. I started to vomit, and my brother, all know I don't see a doctor.
Whoa.
The taxi man had to take me to a private doctor, and I got treatment there. You see how this government is so wicked.
Well, Carla, let me say.
The hospital.
Let me say this.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish.
If it was, if it was something, if it was something worse than that, because the doctor told me that is, is gas pain. If it was something worse than that, I would die in Salamar Hospital. The nurse came out 3 times and said to me, the doctor will soon come. Doctor will soon come.
And question, did the doctor ever arrive?
No. The taxi man will take me to a private hospital.
Whoa. Wow.
No, not private hospital, a private doctor.
Okay. You know what? I really thank you so much for calling. And I know that a lot of persons are listening to you. And this goes to, because what you are saying, you're talking about the healthcare system, right? And the less care that this government really have for the people. And these are the people that this same government is asking to vote for him, to give him another chance in office. Our healthcare. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I tell you something. The last election, we have 10 people in my household. And the last election, none of us didn't go out and vote. But now, as the polling station open, we will be the first person heading there.
Let me say this.
Vote for PNP.
Let me say this. What you have given tonight is a conviction, my brother. Is a conviction of why we need good governance. We have a rotten healthcare system that this government is bragging about, right? The healthcare minister, Tufton, telling bare lies, and why people are suffering. Just imagine you have gone there, right, with a particular condition, and was told that doctor soon come, and all the wait here, wait, my brother. No doctor.
The nurse came to me and said the doctor soon come, doctor soon come. And all know, my brother, I don't see it.
Well, my brother, and for many Jamaicans who are listening to this gentleman tonight, this gentleman experience as it relates to going through the health system that Tufton is bragging about, right? People are even patients, several patients. You don't have adequate bed in the hospital. Several patients have to be lying on the ground on cardboard boxes. It is, trust me, Carla, but you have said something tonight in terms of your commitment and your conviction. And I want other Jamaicans, you understand, because we need to put this government behind, right? So Carla, once again,
this government is rotten.
Once again, thank you for that. As a matter of fact, that is a testimony, Carl. That is a testimony. Thank you for that. And thank you for calling. Have a wonderful weekend. All right. All right. There you go. There you have it. I am telling you. The Bible said, when you have a wicked leader, the peoples perish. When you have a wicked leader. And certainly, we have a wicked leader without any hesitation. So we will get back to the clip, but I have to go and pay listening ears to our callers. All right, so let us get back to the clip and show you what is going on there. People want to see the big man wine put in there. Lord Jesus, have mercy. Have mercy upon us. Oh, Jesus.
This not can't drive. No, can't drive yourself.
Yeah.
So how far up the road? No, just here. Okay, so let them go ahead.
So the Prime Minister is now touring sections of the Galway division in St. Thomas, Eastern St. Thomas, along with the team.
Where are you? All the water come down here.
Are you a professional looking to immigrate legally to the United States? Today we're going to talk about
Sorry.
I realized all of this was washed out, but you were okay. Yes, so you are a little bit elevated, downstream.
No man. No man. Look away. Look away. So people look at the condition of sections of road in this area. Right? Nothing can drive on this road as it stays right now. So they're gonna have some emergency fixing on this section of the road in the Galway area.
My goodness. It's a disgrace.
I think about terror. I think about terror.
How are you, my dear?
I'm fine.
How are you?
Fine.
See you. See you.
I'm good. This is your daughter. Hello. Hi. High five. Ah, see. Good to see what you're doing. How you fared in the weather?
Well, if I water come over, mash up the place and mash it. But next time I deal with it.
So it came down this road.
Yeah, this
road. Just look up there. The road is gone.
Come back here.
But you lost any furniture or anything?
Just like what story? And the furniture.
Oh, it's a business place? Okay. But you know, as they said, if you have life, you have hope.
Like, seriously?
Weather happens. You always have these weather events, but they're happening more frequently now than before. Apparently, we are on a 2-year cycle. Almost every 2 years, you have a severe weather event which destroys our roads, our bridges. What I've seen in St. Thomas particularly is that because you have so many rivers and you have a nice plain, sometimes the rivers overflow the banks. But more than that, sometimes not just overflow, but they are widening and flooding the plains. So river trading obviously is one of the things that we're going to have to do in this year. We have to control the flow of the water into channels. So because we don't have that, you find that there are many tributaries all over the place, and that contributes. And then because you come up on the inside, the water coming off the hill don't necessarily have channels to come down, so they take the roads as channels to the highlands. Take the road and use the road as a channel. But these roads weren't built for that level of water, and that's why they're totally covered and damaged. But so far, thankfully, no very serious damage and no loss of life. Obviously, it's a local road, a parish council road. We'll have to see how we can help to get it repaired quickly. And I'm going to now look at some of the farms which I heard were flooded as well. See how we can help. All right, but it's good to see that you're all safe.
Yeah, I'm Nigel Levy. I'm a farmer, also a board member and the Golden Gross Farmers Association.
What problem here?
It's about the flooding. Every rain. Roughly we have 500 acres, and roughly you can call it about 150 acres has been flooded. Outside of the flooded areas, the excess water has affected just about every farmers around here, because the earth has been saturated and the water now stay on the surface. So over a period of time, everybody will be affected. Even the crops that you don't see really affected now. Within days, you're gonna see the effect of it.
My name is Althea, on the 500-acre land on Golden Grove. I currently farm sweet pepper, scallion, lettuce, and sweet potato and pop choy. However, when I went there this morning, it was heartbreaking. I have 3,400 root of scallion, and I have to be walking and picking them up because the water wash away everything. The pepper tree, the water scorch them up, burn, nothing safe, nothing at all safe. The land just look bare, brown bare, away from water, just that alone left on the farm.
So water is still settled on?
Yes, it's still have water on the farm.
Think you're winning this game? You don't even know the goddamn rules.
All right, so people, we are going to argue intelligently. Yes, we are going to have these acts of nature as it relates to torrential downpour of rain.
Geographical location, we
right?
get accustomed to it.
And so then the fact of the matter is that as it relates to our geographical location, right, being that we are a tropical climate, And so then, yes, we expect to have these showers. So then in terms of good governance, right, the Prime Minister spoke about massive civil engineering infrastructures, right, that would have now anticipated, right, for these conditions. So I don't want people to believe that, okay, all right, we are blaming the Prime Minister as a result of act of nature. No. What we are blaming is the common sense approach as it relates to good governance in being proactive, right? To know that, okay, when we have these torrential downpour, tropical storm or certain things, we could also help to alleviate the problem, right? So that we provide suitable channels to traffic the water, right, in an area where it doesn't gather on the surface and damage those surface. What we are saying is years upon years we have this problem. The Prime Minister, right, prior in terms of wanting to be in power, he had identified problems and asked people to vote him in to fix these problems. So then it is not like the Prime Minister, right, is not aware. The Prime Minister cognizant of all these issues. But as I said, that the NAA, right, and these agencies now seems to be utilized like a continuous drainage of our treasury, the way it has been utilized. Because good common sense is not being utilized to say, okay, all right, we need to really fix the problem. What is the problem? Let us speak Jamaica. Let us speak. Because that is the last clip that I'm playing for tonight. So we are going to speak about these. So good common sense approach. Janet Jones, Byron, they were leaving the drain cleaning work for election, but the storm came. So now he has to do cleanup work. Can you imagine? Thank you, John, for that. And I'm saying good common sense, right? That are okay, you're going to utilize taxpayers' money, right, to do all these fixes to make sure that, okay, all right, you're putting in the suitable culverts, you're putting in the suitable drainage system so that, okay, we had experience, you have history of, you know, torrential downpour and what the torrential downpour had done. So, okay, you're looking at the history. Mr. Prime Minister, let me ask you, because it just seems like you don't get it. Honestly, to God, it just seems like the politician them just dunce. I can't say better. You know the history. So when you pick up billions of dollars and you're going to do surface touch and road, it doesn't make sense. Taxpayers' money spent on that. What you need to do, a feasibility study needs to be done. The appropriate skill set needs to be garnered. A plan of action, an objective to ensure that what you are going to do as it relates to the skill set, the technocrats are going to give you the advice, suitable advice, and this is it. This is it, my friend. That when you have persons giving their friend contract and the kickback and whatever, these are the things that happen. The political kickback, the nepotism, the cronyism, and the skullduggery keep on holding us down. Because guess what? The people with the skill set are not getting the job to do their job. Because it passed on, contract passed over them head, right? And friend, you understand, being seat, you understand, as a matter of fact, You have members of parliament who set up companies. We see all of that, you know. And influence contract to go to these companies and all of that. This is what causing the problem. So then, if we are to calculate 10 years, or 12 years, 15 years, or how much years you want to calculate as it relates to the amount of money that's spent from the treasury to do road infrastructures or smart fix. Now, remember, this is one I think they have heard roughly about 2 to 3 farmers complaining. And this is what affect the pricing of goods. Right? I have seen John Lennon had spoken about this on several occasions. What happened to the farmer roads? Those farming roads that need to be fixed. So the goods, right at the point of the farming area, can leave, pass, and go to the marketplace in adequate time. And so then the struggle of the farmers, you understand, as it relates to having poor road condition, they have to add the cost. You understand, factoring the cost and the prices of their goods, making their goods at the marketplace more expensive. So guess what now? You have members of parliament of them, the whole kickback business, you understand, of importation of our basic food items coming in, competing with our farmers. And our farmers can't compete because those goods are cheaper. So when we go to the marketplace, every single Jamaican try for what? Save $1. So then when we see the foreign goods, we see the foreign carrot as opposed to the Jamaican carrot. The Jamaican carrot is going to be more expensive because of all these conditions. No good road infrastructure, no good irrigation system, and the struggle what the farmer man have. And all those prices have to be factored in, all those conditions have to factor in, and the pricing of goods. Which now, you understand, render them unable to compete in the market. So then the foreign carrot sell over the Jamaican carrot. And all these things, corruption, man, nepotism, skullduggery, and all these things. And you're going to tell me, come on, members of parliament, you don't see that's wrecking our economy. That's why I don't like capitalism. So when you see Mystic Sensation come, right, on a Friday, right, and talk about democratic socialism, understand what that is about. And why I don't like capitalism, because capitalism look out for the elites. Who cares about the poor? Are they fixing the roads that go to the farming area? Are they fixing that? You see the Prime Minister walking in some of the roads, them, trust me. It's a pain to look at. It's a pain to look at. And what you want to know, what you want to come and do, continue to trick people and turn people. When you turn the parliament in your bedroom, you turn the entire parliament in your bedroom, my boss. Decision making start to take place for your bedroom as opposed to parliament. This is madness. Okay. Oh, all right, man. I have to answer my brother here, because my brother always. All right. Me know he always calm my pressure. Me know anytime you see me up there, you're calling up. And that's why I go there for your call too. Yes.
You know what is our biggest problem in Jamaica? Is that we have when things to do for this country, as you mentioned right, we have too much of our friends doing our job.
Exactly.
And not only with friends of such, because even if you give your friend a job, the friend is supposed to be able to do the job properly.
Exactly, my boss.
You're supposed to know that the person is competent enough to do that. But what the issue is that because I'm a friend and we achieve the money, we do what we call slap on work.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So because you're doing slap on work, because the money have to share for so much of them.
Exactly.
Right? So they just use you as a vehicle to take out the money. So when I don't show my work, if I watch the money for you, I can take the money for you. When I don't show my work, you can't come tell me say, boy, the work don't do good because you don't know already, so the money already there to do it.
Exactly.
Right? So until we get to the place where we can separate our leaders, right, from the aspect of managing certain things in our country, we now getting no better. Every person who the government employ, right, supposed to be an independent person. You can't have no crew, you can't have nobody attached to no party and do the jobs because that now work.
Exactly, I agree with you.
Already.
Yeah, man.
Every area of every facet of life, we see that it is not working, right? And we don't know. And that is why we can't send nobody to prison. The government, the ruling party, whichever party, because we know it up right across the board, if everybody, right? We can't send nobody to prison for their work when they do a cheap for money, because they don't them cheap the money. They are just there as a vehicle to take the money for me.
It's slack, my boss. It's slack.
Right? And that is our problem.
That is definitely our problem. You're perfectly right.
When I was younger, one thing I was about when I was 17 or 18 years old, I see some guys on the road. And it was a beautiful surface. But one day look away the fall, and when you look for what about the asphalt upon the road, it's like about half of it, if so much. So it's just like a tire, and they have the half inch grit, but they just spread over the tire. And that little tire just absorb that little half inch grit or whatever, 3 years grit. And we say, you know what? Don't think that we'll get done in this country. There's someone in contract and start going to prison.
It's serious.
But then we can't send them to prison because they are the problem. They get quarter of the money for doing the job. Or probably less than a quarter. Probably 1/8 of the money because all the rest of the money goes back in the big people in pocket. And we are kill ourselves, right? Say we are help ourselves, and this is we are the problem for this we are going in the country. How can you have Mr. Prime Minister, look on the road that they go, we are showing a little clip there. Little road that they go, and we realize that is not a new road that they put in. So
yes.
Too much to that road there.
Yes.
Because the road, they are a whole road.
It's a whole, yes, it's a whole road. Yes.
It's a whole road.
Yes.
But if when Prime Minister come over and tell us that the road we are fixed now, right, is for a fourth generation, and one call, and five. Of your children, right? And be certain someone that road the road between Bolby and so forth, which is brand new road. And hold it for the brush up. Right? So we need to ask the Prime Minister, where is our money? Because
exactly, my boss.
We'll see it.
Exactly.
Right? Right? So we need to answer some question.
Exactly.
I rest my case for tonight.
Thank you. And make sure you see a European Friday, and if you see me, I go on. If you see me, I go on and see my temperature, I go up there, call you. All right, my brother. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. All right. Yes. But you know, we can take about things and laugh sometime, but everything what the caller said, right, is 100% correct. And we have to stop this situation of skullduggery, right? Nepotism and cronyism, you know, and that is where I am going to really rest it, because we, you know, Friday is my prime time. So I can't do too much on this Wednesday. But I want to say big thanks for persons to come out and support in terms of, you know, our objective, right? Pointing towards for people to make the right decision as it relates to choosing a government that is caring, a government that is going to deal with democratic socialism, a government for the poor, right? So we have to ensure that we report for duty, right? Doing the goodwill work that's supposed to be done. And I'm talking to the 63% of persons who did not participate in the last election, right? I hope you are taking notes. I hope that you are quite analytic, right? And I hope I will implore you to do your research. And I want to point out one thing as it relates before I leave. So whatever search engine that people want to use as it relates to the history of the People's National Party, because there are times and times we have heard persons comparing People's National Party and Jamaica Labour Party to be the same in terms of characteristics. And the truth be told, it is not really true. It is not really true. And a lot of people have been saying that as a result of ignorance. And that's why I would prefer for persons to do their research, right? I'm not saying that the People's National Party has never done any corruption. That is not what I'm saying, right? Because a human being, both in a JLP and PNP, right? And you have men who sometimes innately corrupt, right? So don't believe that I'm saying that the People's National Party has done no form of corruption. That is not what I'm saying. But I am saying that the Jamaica Labour Party, when it comes to the corruption, the thing turn up, it thing buck, it thing past the core, right? And you can do all the search what you want to search. The fuck of the matter. There's no PNP member of parliament that had ever tried for corruption and processed through the judiciary and gone to prison. But as I repeat it, as from 1954, we have persons from the Jamaica Labour Party being processed through the judiciary system and sent to prison. So that goes to show you evidence of their corruption, right? So tonight, once again, I am thanking all persons to come out and tune in with Mystic Sensation. And yes, we look forward for Friday, when we'll be keeping the fire blazing. All right. Debbie Jervis, happy harvest to you all. Eat, drink, and be merry, enjoying your family get-together. One love. I got to go rub a little pineapple upside down cake. What you mean, Jervis? All right.
Okay,
So I want...
Happy Thanksgiving weekend to everyone over there in the US who will be celebrating Thanksgiving. We celebrated Thanksgiving here in Canada in October.
Yes.
But I guess a lot of persons will still, those who are American.
Exactly. Elgar Fletcher saying him can't call it too quick. But we are saying, call it Andrew, call it. Because him saying no if you turn it up and turn it down, then you need to call it. If you know if you turn it up and turn it down. Aldine, you are so right. MS, this Prime Minister, Mystic Sensation, okay, this Prime Minister is not for the poor people. He's definitely a dictator. Agree with you, Aldine. Not from the each for tell, so I agree with you.
All right. So,
all right.
I guess we've come to the end of the discussion. So thank you so much for those who have joined in, those who joined in on the television, those of our silent supporters who are in the background. those who are in the chat, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know a lot of persons were wondering what's happening there on a Wednesday.
Yes.
And persons saw the notification and were a bit confused. But anyway, you guys turned out. Thank you so much. Really
So much.
appreciate it. And as we said, it's not gonna be a standard like Wednesday. It's whenever we are able to do an extra day during the week because of our work schedule. But Friday is definitely a must. We always make sure we clear
all right. So
Friday.
So looking to see you Friday, hot and blazing. Thank you very much to come out and tune in. All right.
All right. So Debbie saying we shall meet again on Friday. You all
Exactly.
walk good.
Blessed.
All right. So one love and safe travel on the gravel until
All right.
Friday. Blessings, peace, love.
Peace out. All right.